All right, boys, we're going to take a look at some of the 1-1-3 forechecking repetitions from practice on Mondays. Let's jump right into it. I think we start off with a couple breakouts, so we'll just watch those real quick. Good pressure by Lucas, good support by Dom, and a nice little breakout. Would like to see a little harder passes. Okay, so very good structure here. Akshay is pressuring exactly where he needs to. He's going to force this way. Would like to see our D, instead of having their sticks up at their waist, put your sticks on the ice. This D needs to get over so that way he could come up. Ben's going to drop down a little bit into that D position. John's going to slide over. And Dom is doing a pretty good job of taking away the middle right now, so they have no choice but to go this way. Okay, good job, boys. Pretty good forecheck. Give that one a B-. Let's take a look here. Okay, there's our breakout. Kleekstad does a good job getting over as the off wing. One more breakout. Now just keep in mind games are dynamic, so the 1-1-3 isn't always going to be drawn up exactly like this in a game, boys. Okay, but so structure looks good so far. We are effectively taking away this half of the ice, so they don't have any other options but to go this way. Akshay is going to pressure support this way. And we have a very good structure, okay? Again, I like to see Calixto in hockey-ready position instead of having to stick up at the waist. But there's nowhere this team can go. Yes, it's a 5-on-2, but realistically, it doesn't matter if it's a 5-on-5 right now. Carson's not going anywhere else but this way. I mean, he could realistically, do a hard curl, and then they can regroup. But we have our layers for this, okay? It's a very simple fix if they do that. If that play happens where Carson reverses, all that's going to happen, Dom hits the brakes, and then Dom forces this way. Our back three guys just shift over accordingly, and then Akshay comes back and takes the center ice. Okay? But very good forecheck. We have our D step up. I think it's Lucas. My only complaint is I would like Dom to be just a little bit higher because, again, we want to take away that middle area of the ice in case the puck does squeak out to that area. We want to have bodies there, so we can't get caught too deep. So big thing here, and it's a pretty poor structure, I will say that. If we freeze it here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the middle of the ice cut in half. And then here's also number 5. So we have all 5 players one side of the ice. Okay. So if you're one of these 5 players, look at the ice right now and figure out where everyone needs to be because you're all in the wrong positions. Do a little bit of critical thinking here and figure out how we need to be positioned. The thing that drives me crazy here, though, is we have a guy here. Perfect position to play the body on Lucas. But what we see is staring at the puck, and then all of a sudden, I'm just going to get out of Lucas's way. Where is the physicality? Lucas has nowhere to go. He needs to be hit and put on his butt. Now, in a game scenario, Lucas is most likely going to have another option over here. Guess what? Lucas gets his head up. He makes that pass right over, and then they escape our weak side. So this is why we need to have our structure. This is why we need to have one here, one in the middle, and one back here. And then one guy taking away the middle. And everyone shifts accordingly. All right? Good hit by Brian, though. Good body. We'll take it. So I think this is the clip I lose my shit after. So we're in a fairly decent setup. Again, we're giving them this space of the ice, which is what we want because we're trapping them. We're going to see good aggression on the puck to come this way. Brian does a good job being patient. Now my one complaint here now is let's look at Brian's noggin. Head is staring straight at the puck when it should be locked in on Lucas's HB crest to play the body. Okay, but it works out. We have good support. I would, again, like to see these three a little more spread out, meaning as this play unfolds, I would like to see Luke just drop down a little bit, become an option. Joey needs to drop down and become that extra D, and Calixto just needs to be a little more towards the middle of the ice. Okay, now let's look at Bo's noggin. Eyes down, staring straight at the puck, staring at the puck, staring at the puck, staring at the puck. This is a problem. 4 sets of eyes are staring at the puck, and no sets of eyes are checking anywhere over here. Once again, here's the middle of the ice cut in half. All 5 guys. Okay, you guys wonder why I get so frustrated. Okay, I didn't hear anybody calling to Bo about regrouping or what to do, so instead we just get the puck thrown right back into traffic. Decent breakout. Now, so we actually have a different forecheck here, and it's perfectly fine, right? We're not going to be perfect, and hockey's always changing. But now we are in what's called a 1-2-2 forecheck. So we have our 1 pressure, our 2 guys in the middle, and our 2 defensemen. Okay, so this is the 1-2-2 trap. So we're actually set up as perfect can get. They cannot come through that side of the ice because we have it blocked away. Their only options to go D to D and escape up the wall, okay, which we do a good job of forcing. So in this scenario, the D needs to read the positions because Calixto does the right thing and drop down. I would like Joey just to be a touch higher, but Joey's in a pretty good spot. So in this scenario, both of our D need to hold our blue line. Because if our D comes up, it's an easy chip behind them, and they will have numbers to get into our zone. Okay? But, again, let's look at the start of this from the beginning. Right here, we have our 1-2-2, so make sure you can picture that, guys. And then, wrong, not that. So we have our forecheck, we have our pressure. We forced them to one side of the ice, and now Ben and Calixto are going to collapse on Luke, but the D is going to jump in right here. Okay? In this situation, Lucas needs to look, see that we have 2 gold jerseys there, and simply hold his position. And then Joey needs to just slide up a touch, and John just needs to turn his feet towards the middle of the ice, meaning John should be skating backwards right here in a position to see the ice over here, the ice over here, and the ice down the middle. But John's only focused on this area. Okay, so John needs to get his toe caps of his skates facing the other team's net. But overall, decent forecheck. Again, it's not always going to go perfect. Final one here. Now, this is probably the most perfect one. Okay, Harris is playing right behind Bennett. But let's look at, more specifically, Harris's noggin. Harris is not staring at the puck. Okay, Harris doesn't need to look at the puck to know where it is, to know where it's going to be, because Bennett is doing his job and pressuring the puck aggressively. So the puck is only going to go one place, and that's over here. Okay, but let's look at Harris's eyes. Harris is scanning this area of the ice. He knows the puck is going there. He's checked. So he's looking at, okay, where do I need to be positioned? Where are my teammates positioned? Where do I need to go? Etc. Okay? Now, Harris is now, again, if we look at Harris's head, whoop, wrong one. If we look at Harris's head, Harris is looking at Bennett, the puck, and over here now. Okay? He's scanning the ice. This is a perfect example of scanning the ice. Harris wants to go, but again, he checks. He sees Luke is popping up. Just be a little more patient, Luke. And then Harris is just going to sit right in the middle. Okay, no puck is getting across. Harris is right where he needs to be. I would just like Bo to shift over a tiny bit. But overall, this was a very well-constructed forecheck. And the last thing I need to say is, Luke, I don't know why... I know you're a little blurry here, but I don't know why you're staring at the puck. How about we hit John, please? All right, boys, so hope this helps, and let's come prepared for Saturday.